Episode number 98.
Are you eager to get unstuck and figure out what you would actually like to do with your career next? Have you been going around in circles trying to figure it out but getting no further forward? If so, you're going to love today's sponsor, my signature group program, the Career Clarity Academy. Changing career direction can feel overwhelming and daunting, but it doesn't have to be. In my signature program, we give you clear, step-by-step, proven processes for getting completely clear on what it is that you want to do and understanding how you can leverage your existing experience and position yourself to attract and land a dream role. To find out more, head over to lightboxcoaching.com/academy. Hello, you're listening to the Career Changemaker podcast. Having the courage to leave a career that you have worked hard to build and try something else can be tough. So in each episode, we dive into key career change strategies so that you have a clear understanding of what is required to transition into a new role or a new industry without feeling like you have to start at the bottom or have to take a massive pay cut, because #ain't nobody got time for that. If you are ready for frank and honest discussions about how to become a career change maker, keep listening. I'm your host, lawyer turned career strategist and executive coach, Janine Esbrand.
So I wanted to jump on and talk to you about something that I think is really important. It's something that came up recently when I was speaking to a client yesterday, and I thought that it would be good to talk to you about it. So one of the things that comes up for people, especially at this time, is waiting. So if you are someone who is considering making a career change, what might be coming up for you is that now is not a good time. Because of the pandemic, because of what we're going through, it would make sense to wait a while. It would make sense to see how the land lies, see what happens. So if you've been thinking for a long time, I want to make a career change, but then you're thinking, but coronavirus and people are losing their jobs, and I don't want to risk job security. I don't want to risk rocking the boat and making a change. I want to address that today, because one of the things that people are thinking is, I'm in a role right now and I don't really want to rock the boat, and it's now really the right time for me to make a move, even though I've been feeling like I've been wanting to make a move for a very long time. But here's what I wanted to share with you. So I have a client who started working with me just under 3 months ago. So she joined the Career Clarity Academy. And when I was speaking to her way back then, 3 months ago, when I was speaking to her, she was telling me that she's not been feeling like she wants to be in her current role for a long time. She's been wanting to make a move, but she hasn't really had the courage to do it. She wasn't really sure exactly what it is she wanted to move into. And the thing that she said to me at the time was, I don't know whether now is the right time though, because I might be furloughed soon and there's so much uncertainty. I don't know if I should be exploring making a change right now. And my answer to her back then was, look, if it is uncertain, if the market is uncertain right now, and if you're about to be furloughed, now is the perfect time for you to be exploring this, because we don't know what's going to happen down the road. But if you are to take the time to explore making a career change right now, take the time to really get clear on exactly what it is you would do if you weren't doing what you're doing now, understand how to position yourself in the marketplace so that you can land opportunities in what is going to be a more competitive space. If you do all of that now, then later on down the line, you're going to prepare yourself for the opportunity that is to come, and you're going to feel so much better and so much more equipped if your job is at risk and if you are made redundant down the line, right? So this is a conversation we had like 3 months ago. So fast forward now, she joined the program. She came into the group this week and said that it looks like she's going to be made redundant. And the thing that she said to me yesterday, which literally was like, yes, she said, I am so glad that I joined the program when I did. I'm so glad that we had that conversation, because instead of feeling like helpless, or instead of feeling overwhelmed because I'm the main breadwinner in my family, and instead of feeling worried about what I'm going to do next and how I'm even going to go and find a new role, I feel ready. I feel equipped. I've already been doing the work. I've been doing the work for the last few months. And now really with the redundancy, it's just giving me the push that I need to go ahead and do it. So instead of me feeling like, oh, this is crazy, I'm actually feeling a bit like, yeah, there's possibility here. Like now I'm actually gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to put myself out there. I'm gonna have to apply. And so she's at the stage now where she's done the work. She knows what she wants to apply for, and we've been working on her CV, her cover letter, and we're in the position now where literally after this call, I need to go and review it for her so she can get it out tomorrow. So like, if she had waited and thought, you know what, I'll just see how things go, she'd now be in a position where she'd be faced with redundancy and be starting from scratch, right? So the reason why I want to share that story with you is because I hear from a lot of people, I just don't know, I'll just see how things go. Let's see how the land lies in a few months' time. But here's the thing, coronavirus is not disappearing anytime soon, right? So instead of us feeling like we need to wait to go back to normal, have to recognize that we need to learn how to navigate this current reality, and we need to learn how to navigate what's going to be coming down the line. So even if you're saying, you know, I'm in this role right now and I don't want to rock the boat, understand that the market is volatile. Understand that job security may be something that you don't have in a few months' time. And so instead of just saying, I'm going to wait and see how it goes, isn't it better to say, I'm going to prepare myself so that I can position myself for another opportunity should I need it? So there's two things at play. It's if you're someone who's saying, I really want to make a career change right now and I need to because I've been thinking about this for a long time, then why not now? And if you're someone who's saying, yeah, like thinking about moving would be great, but like not now, well, how do you know you might not be forced to think about that very soon because things are changing so quickly? In which case, why not start preparing now, right? So I think the reality of the situation is we are in a time where like this is new for everybody. And as we move through lockdown and as we move through like easing of lockdown and things just changing, we're having to adapt consistently to changes. And we just don't know like how things are going to look down the road. And so I just want to encourage you not to stand still and not to feel like I'm just going to sit and I'm just going to wait. Like momentum comes from taking action. So even if it is that I'm just going to start looking into what else I would do or what else I could do or fully understand what my skill set is so that I know how to reposition that or repackage that, or fully understand what the market is doing. So understand that, okay, yeah, there are some industries that are massively affected right now because of COVID-19, but there's also some industries that are thriving right now. What are those industries? And do I have skills and experience that could be redirected into that industry should I need to, right? So it's really thinking about how can I be thinking ahead as opposed to standing still and just waiting. So where I say like why playing the waiting game could be holding you back, it's like 3 months has passed since we first had that conversation. So she could have been my client could have been in a position where 3 months had passed and she was in exactly the same place where she was just working, showing up to work every day and just feeling frustrated in the work she was doing. But instead, 3 months has passed and she's been through a whole process where she has identified exactly what it is that's important to her. She fully understands her value, her values as well. She understands herself at a higher level. So she's raised her level of self-awareness. She's looked at the marketplace. She's identified the type of roles that she'd want to go for. She's done the research. She's got herself out there and now she's ready to apply. Like all of that in 3 months, like a lot can be achieved in a short space of time when you're focused and when you're saying, I'm going to show up for myself and I'm going to do the work. So if you've been saying for a long time, like, I know that I need to make a change, but yet we're not doing anything about it or we're not taking any action, I just want to encourage you to take some action. It doesn't have to be like a big thing, but taking small steps add up to big steps in the long term. And just having you in a position where you know how to position yourself for the opportunities that are going to be out there. And as we move into a market that may well be a lot more competitive, depending on the space that you're in, it's important that you know how to package what you have. It's important that you know how to show up in a way that allows you to stand out from the competition. So instead of us being in that mentality of, I'll see how things go and then wait to respond, it's about being proactive. It's about being proactive and saying, what can I be doing now? What steps can I be doing now that are going to prepare me for the future, even though I don't know what that looks like? And I know I fully appreciate and understand that some people are the type that need to see the whole picture. Like before you can even start, you need to see what the end goal is and be able to work out all your steps. Or like if you're approaching cooking and you've got a recipe, you need to read through the whole recipe multiple times, get all your ingredients, understand how it's all going to turn out, see the picture, see the video before you even start making your dish, right? So you need all of the pieces in place in order for you to get going. And I understand that. I fully appreciate that. But given where we are now and the climate that we're in, it's not possible to have all those pieces. It's not possible to look ahead 3 months' time or 6 months' time and know what the landscape is going to look like. That's just the reality of what it is. There's lots of things that are uncertain right now, and there's lots of things that we can't control. But what we can control is how we respond. What we can control is what we are able to do to make a difference in our individual situation. So if for you, you're feeling like, okay, these are uncertain times and I don't know what's going to happen with my role, then start preparing now. Start making sure that you're in a position to know how to navigate the marketplace and know how to land a new role. Start thinking about that now. So it's important for you to think, okay, but what can I be doing right now? Okay. And I've had conversations with different people who are saying, yeah, like my company is talking about redundancy and I don't know whether that's going to be me. I've had conversations with other people who are saying, like, since I've been in lockdown, I've realized that the job that I've been doing for all this time, like I really do need to change now. Before I knew it, but now I know it even more so. So if you're saying I need to change, I'm just encouraging you to just do it, because hearing those words from my client where she was like, I'm so glad that I started when I did, because now I'm in a much better position, just, reinforce the fact that I always say to people, like, let's do this, let's take action, let's make moves, and not just say I'm going to wait till tomorrow or tomorrow, and then tomorrow never comes, right? And so, as I said, I fully understand like the hesitation for a lot of people in terms of making moves in this climate, but it's about how you look at it. Like I can look at it like, okay, the climate's crazy, so I can't do anything. I just have to wait and see how things go. Or I can say the climate is crazy, so I need to do something right now to make sure that I'm putting myself in the best position and, allowing myself to take advantage of the opportunities that are going to be out there because I've prepared ahead of time.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Career Changemaker podcast. If you have enjoyed what you've heard today, then head over to iTunes or wherever it is that you listen to podcasts and leave us a rating and review. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can hear when the next episode goes live. And if you like hanging out on Instagram, then I would love for you to tag me and let me know what you really thought about the episode over there at Career Changemaker. Until next time, keep working towards your career goals, and we will speak very, very soon.